All right. Those are almost at the smoke. Survey says, are we expecting the torps? We are not. We are not. We are not expecting the torps. No one plays this ship, bro. Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships. Today we are taking a look at the Niord. This dockyard ship I almost never see anymore. And this being ship request, maybe you don't either. So that's what you chose in last week's video for me to play this week. As always, comment down below this video, and only this video is what I'm gonna look at for whatever I play next week. Most upvoted is what you decide for me to play. Niord is a torp-focused brawler, though, so very interesting playstyle here. I found it quite fun back in the day, if I remember right. This ship, as well as Carl Johan, very tanky battleships for their tier, with a little bit lower HP, I think we could say, but great concealment and 15-kilometer torps on Niord with a 12.2 detect, so we are stealth torping here. These are the pretty standard torps we see out of the pan-European lines, so low damage, very high speed, and a decent reload on them, but we're mainly focused on the primary guns here. 380mm main guns with an 18.5 second reload. That's like battle cruiser territory, though we only have battleship dispersion, 1.9 sigma, so they won't be the most accurate. These are basically what, Tirpitz guns, something like that, Bismarck guns. So decent if we can catch broadsides, but for tier 9, up tiered into super ships, maybe not the best. We shall see though. Probably going to take advantage of that stealth torping opportunity in those up tiers. The armor's pretty good too, so here is the build that I am going to go with. Not sure if I'm going to get to all the heals, but improved repair party readiness, giving us extra heals after 2 million potential, and reduces the cooldown on that heal based on our hit points, right? So the lower our hit points are, the better this skill actually is. Pairs really nicely with a ship with solid armor. This is essentially a Ruprecht, the tier 9 German battle cruiser secondary line with Schlieffen, but we get better armor. So it's an up armored Ruprecht, but the secondaries here are not particularly good. Here are the upgrades that I'm running. Nothing special on the consumables either. So let's get into battle and see how we can do in this dockyard ship. Again, have not seen this one almost ever, so very interested to take a look at it today. So we're pretty quick, and I'm always looking for these opportunities to push in with islands. It allows us to get so much closer and really try to guarantee some of those torp hits on target. I just saw someone shoot from back here. I wonder who that could be. I don't think it's Sejong. I think he's probably stopped behind this island, so a little curious now. Alaska here, here's our matchmaker for this one. It's a bit of a tier 10 up tier, but not too bad. Not too bad. Looks like the Kremlin Libertad are both on the other side. So for us to play here, maybe it's the Schlieffen in here, who also has torps, by the way. A little spooky, that. But we're going to run through. Oh, something's in B. Wait. They're like right here. Okay, the radar was the Missouri. That's fine. Is he going to walk around this corner? I mean, he's taken a lot of damage already, so that's fine with me. Send one for now. Nice. Look at that armor holding. Let's go. I think I only need one, maybe two. Oh, not even. We'll take it, though. We'll take it. Who is here? Oh, Julio, eh? All right, sure, sure. That's a test ship. Does it have torps, I wonder? It does. Oh, boy. I kind of thought he might turn around. Prop mod saved me. My torps aren't quite quick enough, though, unfortunately. And our torp belt does not help us out too much there, unfortunately. I'm expecting the Sejong to be here, maybe with some torpedoes for us. So quite predictable for us to go here. But likely I'm going to get rushed by the Julio again. So I think I need to try to exit this situation, but likely we're just broadside on to Sejong torps. What I need to do is hold my guns and not shoot the light cruiser. I know how tempting it is. I need to not shoot the light cruiser and hold for this. We need to kill that first before... I don't know if he has another set of torps, something like that. A little worried about that. It would seem, though, that the Sejong did not have the torps for us. Okay, interesting little brawl in here. Not a lot of damage, but some battle impact. We'll take it. Cap acquired. I think we push. I think we just send it anyway. This game is another blowout. Now then, let's see. Likely torps coming for us, so let's slow down and turn in. Can I get over this? Oh, I can. That's really nice. And the double sit. It's huge. It's massive. Let's go. Where are the GQ Johnny torps? That's what I'm expecting, guys. Sejong is very broadside, sir. That's very, very broadside. Oh my goodness, it's insane. Wait, maybe we can go in a bit of order. There's the Sejong torps. Let's go. Hype. Out. Nice. We'll take that. You know what? I'm going to send these as just rando torps that might get the GQ Johnny. No idea if it will. The bow is holding. Broadside Sarugi. I believe he also gets torpedoes. We're going to have to watch for that. Another Citadel. The Kraken Unleashed. Wait, did I speak way too soon? Well, this still was my second game, but still. That's a hype little section there. You got to pick your moment with this ship, apparently. Wow. Very cool. And now we can run down this destroyer. I don't think he got his torps off, actually. Very nice. Very, very nice. Our heal is actually almost up again. 50-second cooldown here on that. Very good. You know what? I'll swap to the HE. Low HP means Adrenaline Rush is doing good work for us. Now, why would he possibly go that broadside, guys? Let's think about it for a second. Why on earth would he go that broadside? Probably to torp us, yeah? Probably to torp us. We don't have a Hydro, but we can use some intuition. Yes, see? We know how to play this game. Back turret, best turret. Little 360 action there. Got one hit, not bad. And team cleans up the Schlieffen clone. Nice. It is a blowout still, though. But we made a fun little brawl of it. We found our opportunity in this one. That's nice. I don't know what that's necessarily going to be. That'll be a 1. Not enough damage. Not enough damage. But pretty good impact, I would say. We really want to brawl with the torps at close range because I have a skill issue and can't hit them very well. So we got to be point blank with them, okay? Oh my. A Jinan broadside. Are you going to slow down into a smoke right now? I mean, our conceal is kind of nuts here. I don't think he is. So, Battleship Dispersion has been working reasonably well for us. Oh, you do slow down. All right, that's fine. Because guess what I have? I got some torps that you might not be expecting. No one ever sees this ship. We got ourselves the full up tier into this one, though only one super ship. So, not too bad. But it does mean we're going to need to play a little bit more passive. Jinan, Smolensk, Hawaii are all extremely powerful farming-like cruisers. So again, probably play a little more passive into this one. And that's okay, because we can just stealth torp the corner here. And maybe not shoot our guns all the time, considering we are a very low tier here. We want to help the DD in the destroyer fight, if we can. Oh, what a dodge! He's caught broadside, yo. Well done, sir. All right, those are almost at the smoke. Survey says, are we expecting the torps? We are not. We are not. We are not expecting the torps. No one plays this ship, bro. Oh my goodness, that is some crazy damage. Wow, this Holland is dodging all the torpedoes. That's amazing. Good stuff, man. Some sketchy positions, but he's making it work. No way they're still sitting there, right? No one expects the second round of torps, yeah? They wouldn't just sit there for the second round of torps, would they? 90k! Guys, 90k off of torps on it. Oh my goodness. That's really funny. That is really funny. Yo, what's up, GK? How's the start of your game? Oh man, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh, he's caught broadside too, so we'll get the AP into him. Okay, so when you get the perfect opportunity, the torps look pretty darn good, don't they? They look pretty darn good. All right, let's try there. Let's make sure we don't eat these. Our Holland is very kindly spotting all of these, scouting them, so that we don't have to, oh, first blood GK. 144,000 off spawn, bro. That's 4 minutes. Well, 4.5, okay, 4.5. Crazy. Okay, Humphreys is in. That is a particularly scary ship for our Holland to deal with. Humphreys has a lot of HP and DPM, so the more we can help him with that, the better. Holland appears to be caught into that fight, though. So, again, we really just need to help out. Looks like we may have done enough, or at least, let's be honest here. The Zhao and the Holland are doing the heavy lifting here. Since I am not hitting that many shells at this range. He accelerated. Yeah, I'm not doing a whole lot to help. I'm sorry, guys, but you're doing great. I can be the cheerleader. Well done, guys. Even if they don't get him, that's a really, really nice trade to start off with, so. Very good, very good. Oh, we got spotted again. I think Zhao probably has that, but we may as well shoot it, right? Gotta make sure. Oh, there's that battleship dispersion. That's the battleship dispersion, no. Oh, I'm trying, okay? I'm sorry, Mr. Holland. You would have, like, 2,000 or 3,000 more HP if I could actually aim. Or... I mean, I might blame dispersion there, okay? I might blame dispersion there, okay? Forgive me. That felt a little bad. Okay, Schlieffen. Now, I think it's worth talking about. Schlieffen, Ruprecht versus Niord. I don't know if the torps are that much better. In this situation, they certainly were. The extra range and the speed in particular to get there in time before Jinan considered leaving, that kind of thing. Very important. But for close range YOLO torps... I mean, there's not that much difference. And then we also have the difference in the guns. So, battlecruiser dispersion on those, and they got 406s, right? Or are they 419s? 420s? I forget. The point being that they overmatch 27, where we do not. So, some benefit there as well. But this ship is still fun, okay? The extra armor is really cool. Jinan more than likely torped at us. Wow, okay, we're getting the citadels when it matters into these light cruisers, though, I gotta say. Oh, yeah, Schlieffen torps. Okay, well, we're eating one of those. That's okay. Oh, my goodness. I'm talking bad about this dispersion, and yet... Look what we're getting here, guys. Lucky, lucky, lucky us. Now then, to get farmed by a Marceau, not exactly what I'm looking for. Jinan torps have passed. Did he have a torpedo reload booster available? Because I would prefer to get back into this cap area. Got a couple hits there. May as well swap to the HE. There is some benefit, even if the alpha damage is pretty low. You can hit modules and take out his engine, so the next shot is easier, perhaps. Closer game with arms race is a bit of a rarity, especially when we have some super ship matchmaker. He is slowed down. So we'll go there with the HE. Ooh, only one hit is a little sad. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit disappointing. But that's okay. We made it to safety. And now we have a pretty good crossfire, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, remaining on the enemy ships. We did pretty good on our flank. Other than supporting our destroyer. I tried. I promise I tried. I didn't just ignore it. We couldn't hit, bro. All right, broadside Azuma. We got our next heal. Let's go. We are quite fast as well, allowing us to get some of these crossfires. My lead was simply not enough there. That was my own fault, not the ship. Azuma's a little faster than I thought. Marceau got the buff. That's where we know where the 1DD is, and the Shima was last known, and he's the only one in the cap, potentially. So we're good. We're in a pretty good spot. Marceau's not going to farm us that quickly. I will say it'd be pretty cool to have some secondaries to deal with something like a Marceau. It's again where it'd be nice having something like the Ruprecht secondaries alongside the cool torpedoes that we have. Whoa, what are these torpedoes? Oh, that's really interesting. Shimma's thinking a couple steps ahead, right? We're coming out of this gap here, and you wouldn't think to torp the island is essentially what he did. But, I mean, that's kind of what I was looking to do as far as avoiding the torpedoes, right? Oh, surely he's not going to think to go there. But he did. That's really cool. All right, well, let's be honest. Marceau probably torped us. He's going for his other... I mean, he's not shooting, right? Like, we can tell what destroyers are doing by their lack of use of guns, especially on a ship with good guns, you know? So, let's angle to that. Make sure we don't eat those. I promise I am actually trying to hit the DDs, guys. I am trying my best. 3 is almost enough to kill him there. The dispersion is not quite cooperating. That's okay. We don't get the kills, but what we do get is near 200k on a win here in an arms race. Suppose the end here kind of steamrolled, so it wasn't quite the close game that I was thinking it was. We had the crossfires in the late game, and oh, they had an AFK. Maybe that's why it went the way it did. Don't think I have the pen, but we can always try. Oh wait, he's not AFK? He's actually in? I thought he was AFK. That's interesting. Yeah, at range, the guns are not as good either, so more reasons that we want to push up and get closer. It's still a brawling ship. Yeah, we don't have secondaries, but this is still a brawling ship. We need to get closer to actually have the armaments perform. Oh, I might yoink that. I do not deserve this kill at all. Yeah, we yoink it. I'm sorry, guys. That was not very nice. A solid win where we got to see the long range torp potential, and that was actually an E as well into this one. Okay, we're doing all right. Even into the up tier. We just need to have people eat all of our torps for free. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. The Hydro. Oh, the bird cry. Maybe I should have torped first, given that those might not actually connect with him. Though if he does slow down a bit, I think we should get him here. Okay, wait. Maybe we can get a little something going here. I think he's full speed though, so it looks like we will miss out on a lot of those. Did I aim too low there? Probably. Let's send our heal through. Bad torps on my end. Bad torps. What did I say, guys? All right, make sure we're angled. Come on. Nice. Okay, so I'm actually not going to shoot this bird cry because I think my torps can just finish him. And then we're going to shoot the Hildebrand. Okay. May as well get the damage in while we have it. Let's angle to the Minotaur. Okay. That's really important, as he can do a lot of damage into our broadside. Can we get a Citadel here? We can! Excellent. Looks like we're eating a lot of damage, though, from Guden bombs here. Torps aren't quite up. Oh, and Hildebrand gets us. You know, we got a little bit of damage there at the end, but if you're wondering why the entire start was cut out, we pushed and the entire enemy team left. So I was literally doing nothing for the first 10 minutes of this battle, basically. Blowout like that is tough to start with, but we got a little brawl at the end. We got to see a glimpse of it. All right, we got another one here where we are the bottom tier yet again. Running into super ships. Novosibirsk. Looks like there's also a destroyer on this flank, and I think the Kremlin as well. So we as the tier 9 spawned in against the super ship and a very powerful battleship as well. So hopefully we can do all right. We're going to need to rely on our concealment, though, to make this one work. A Novo farming us is going to kill us very, very quickly. So I would like to go undetected if possible. Indeed, whoever is here is pushed up very aggressively. 12.2 is not enough. Fortunately, we're far enough away from the Novo that he doesn't have range for us. So that's really good. I certainly would love to push this flank, but I'm very worried. Like, they have a Shima, they have a Yamagiri. Okay, Yamagiri's on the other side, but Shima is potentially very scary for us. And yeah, it is definitely the Shima pushed up on this flank. That's going to be very tricky, guys. This is a situation that is very bad for a ship like this one. We don't have very good intelligence gathering, and we are very vulnerable to those torpedoes because we do not have the hydro. The guns are also not amazing at range, especially when we are dealing with a lot of angled battleships too. So I think maybe we just swap to HE and try HE spamming. That is not ideal. Our Worcester does end up going down as well, so that's the radar for this flank, so that's not good. Our Fletcher goes down, so that's the other destroyer for this flank, so that's not good. 7k in a fire is not bad. That's not bad. It's a little worse, but our torps are online. So having 15-kilometer torpedo range is kind of wild on a battleship. It allows you to, even when you're running away like this, potentially still land some very nice torpedoes. So how many do we get? We get a nice 4 out of the Azumo there. Get another fire. Does he not have damage control? He might actually go down to this. That's pretty cool. Okay, a little bit of battle impact. We're fighting the ship at our own tier though, right? That's partially why it's going a little bit better. No, I don't quite get him. 1500 HP. Probably. So why don't we dump them here? Salem is on us. Here come the torps. I was wondering where they were. This is again why we are pre-kited, running away. Trying to avoid those as much as we can. Looks like we barely manage it. Salem can dodge, or he can bounce our shells, right? So we do not overmatch a Salem. So again, we just have to stick with the HE here. Running away. Running away. Yep, it's not the funnest gameplay experience, but we'll try and delay as long as possible for our team. Maybe we can use this as an opportunity to show off, you know, for a tier 9 battleship, even though we have lower HP, the armor is pretty good. The armor is pretty good. Kremlin probably gets us though. I'm too broadside here. Yeah. Okay. So 2.2 million potential damage. I never had a chance to really do much other than run, which is my least favorite experience in this kind of game. When I feel like the game is completely decided and nothing I do will impact the result, and I still have to play the rest of it out, it's quite frustrating. We did get a couple more torps, though, into that Novo. So we managed a bit of damage. We managed a bit of potential as well. But like I said, we can look at the end score here and say it's okay. It's an okay end score. For me, though, it's the experience of playing. And experiencing this match does not spark joy, shall we say. We find ourselves in a bit of a mid-tier one, where we're not top tier, but we are also not bottom tier, which is decent enough. I will take it after all the super ships I've been finding today. Mines is caught a little bow in here, so I'm going to hold off on firing until maybe he gives us a nice juicy broadside. Notice only 1 DD in this game. It's a little awkward, I will say. So the spotting might not be quite as consistent. Yeah, this Mines is looking a little stuck, isn't he? I'll send these torps, not expecting them to go for Mines, but maybe Freddy. So if he's gonna go broadside enough here. No, he's slowing down. Let's see if we can't put those into his broadside. He's quite broadside, remember, to shoot all of his guns into Mines. Yeah, not the damage we were hoping for. So we get ourselves spawned next to an Atatara and a Bismarck. I'd also like to point out that on the enemy team, they have Aki and Montana. So a little difference in tier. I wish when we had these up tiers that they would maybe spawn out the ships a little bit more evenly, hey? Mirror the spawns and all that. So we've got ourselves caught a little too bow in here, but the armor is nicely holding against those Monty shells. He was a little leading for us. Amalfi, do I overmatch you? I do not remember. So we'll still send the AP. Well, if we splash all around him, give him the old car wash experience, perhaps we won't actually know if we overmatch him. Aki overmatches us, and Monty I wanted to avoid, so we slowed down and turned in a little bit there. 30 seconds and we'll have our... I am shocked that a tier 8 cruiser is getting away with bow tanking. Interesting. Okay, well, the damage is still not quite there, unfortunately. Aki, hopefully we can accelerate out of that one. Monty will have his shot here very soon, so turning in yet again. I don't want to ground here, though. Good. The armor is holding up. And our torpedoes are, in fact, up. So we could actually go after this Monty, maybe. I think he's going to chill there. Can I turn away in time? I was slow, so maybe not. We'll see. Decent, though. Decent. Honestly, very, very happy with that so far. Million potential damage there, and we only lost half our health. And most of that is damage that we can heal. So that feels really good. The torps are out. We don't got to deal with the tier 10 battleships. Now it's for the tier 10 cruiser. This Napoli would be really nice to get taken out. His secondaries will get onto us. That's okay. Look at how broadside he is, guys. Look at how broadside he is. Come on. Under the rear. No damage. Oh, we don't get the Citadel. Oh, what a disaster that is. Tough, guys. Tough. We are struggling right now. We do miss the Montana as well. We are struggling in this one. Battleship dispersion 1.8, 1.9 sigma is not amazing. I will say the dispersion on this one is kind of poor. So we do have to fire often to make up for that. Oh, he's so broadside. I only have my rears, but he's so broadside, guys. This is where we need the guns to perform, right? Like, this is where we're expecting some things. Okay. Interesting. That's not good. That's really bad for us. Mines will push out. Hopefully we can get some good damage in here. I think I overmatch him. His upper belt, that is. Nice. Not bad. Take a little damage here, but that's okay. I'm going to try and hold this corner via our torpedoes, right? Like, that's my idea here is if they want to push around, because this is where the bulk of their tier 10s are, they'll have to push around into our torpedoes is kind of my idea. We'll see how that works or not, but our team is winning on the other side, so that is what I'm going to try to do. We do have a Yodo here, mind you, so do have some strength. I see the Amalfi may be pushing away from us, so can I catch up to you? Yeah, nice. Get you spotted. It'd be really good to take you out. Please, dispersion, don't let me down. Yeah, okay, we got him. Excellent news. There's Amalfi, or Napoli again, rather. He's so broadside, guys. What do I gotta do to get a Citadel on this man? I mean, he's more angled now. So maybe that makes sense it didn't go through. Okay, sure. We got more hits this time. Progress. Watch him turn so broadside again to get his other side of torps or something, right? That feels like what's happening here. Please. Please. He's so broadside. Oh, no. Oh, feels bad, man. Feels bad. Okay, mines this time. Who is also quite broadside, mind you. No, I pushed into this torps. Horrible. That's a lot of damage, and I ate 3 of them. Oh no, that's so bad. I was hoping that maybe I could turn the corner here and go after the Montana, but no, not with that. Not with that play. Okay, I should have known those were coming. That's my fault, but in this last one, we're definitely seeing the weakness of this ship, where we have underpowered guns for our tier. We have underpowered HP for our tier. I wouldn't even call the armor particularly powerful for our tier either. But we do have our long-range torpedoes, decent speed, and good concealment, okay? And that's not always going to result in the best games, right? We've had some very, very, very good ones in this one already, but yeah, we've been a little lacking in these last couple, unfortunately. Oh my, this mines is back, guys. These cruisers, they're haunting me. What do I gotta do to take out a cruiser here, man? Okay, overpen him to death. Sure. You know what? I'll take it at this point. I'll take it, bro. Okay, here comes Montana. We have saved the torps, guys, for these opportunities. That should get them. This is what we're waiting for. Let's go. All right, other side now. Is Aki gonna push out? He is! Excellent. Now then, can we Citadel and Aki at this range? I think we should be able to. Yes, we can even. Excellent work. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Do you turn your turrets in time? I don't think you do. I think we get you. And then, can we Citadel and Napoli finally? No, because he's going to angle properly. Very smart. Very smart. So, we'll go down to the Napoli. I do wish that I had done a little bit more damage to this guy before when he was so broadside, but we'll take what we can get, all right? We get a nice little 168 into this one. Not the best showing of this ship's main guns, but that is the showing that we got. We got some Citadels earlier where I think we could say the guns overperformed just a little bit. They normally look a little more like this, right? We gotta get ourselves the torpedoes online to actually deal the damage. Otherwise, the main guns look like that, right? They're kind of shotguns. I think we can definitely say that. Can I turn to get my other side torpedoes here? Are we going to go down? Looks like we'll go down probably to that fire. But we did manage to get through all of our heals as well. That's kind of cool. We'll send the torps like that. And they're pretty quick, so they might get there in time. We do go down, though. Pretty obvious torps, so I would expect them to dodge those. No, we actually got two. Okay. All right. And is he flooding right now? I think he is. So there's a small chance that if they get a tiny amount of damage, our flood will tick and take him out. No, he got his damage control. Okay, so no Kraken at the end of this one. But to play very cautious, though, on that flank, right? They had a lot of powerful ships. But forcing the enemies around a corner and into your torpedoes can be a good strategy, too, right? Like, if we were to force that corner, we would have died very quickly because they could have all just focused in on us. But in a situation like that, where they'd go around the corner one by one, we take it a little slower, we can make that work. Though it takes a while for the enemies to decide to push, right? That's not always going to be the case. And I think that's where it's a little hard to play a ship like Niord and have consistently good experiences. It is very, 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 very nice to have the really long-range torpedoes and good concealment. That really allows us to play into some of these, let's say, interesting matches. I wouldn't call them very good matches, but they are different into super ship games. They're very passive. They're very long-range. It's a lot of damage output. So we got to play very carefully into those. And at least Niord can sometimes get that gimmick going. It's not as enjoyable. Into its own tier, it's very fun. And even into tier 10s, we can do reasonably well. But I think maybe if it ever happens to come back, which Niord is a dockyard ship, it's probably then for thousands of dollars loot box gambling, because that's like the experience we've been having recently with things like Wisconsin and Dzevin Prevention and ZF6. Thousands of dollars required to get these ships, again, if you miss the dockyard. I would probably say Carl does this just better. The guns maybe not quite as good, arguably better in some ways, but not quite as good perhaps. But this ship does have much better torpedo DPM, not quite as much range, but you can run secondaries on this one. It has enough that you can sometimes get fires out of them, and that can be a bit of a fun triple threat ship. The Niord is more focused on guns and torpedoes primarily, so stuck with this build through the whole thing. It was all right. It was an all right experience. We had some very good games, but we also had some... I shouldn't let them get to me. Let's just say that. I shouldn't let them get to me. All tier 9s struggle into the super ship games, and super ship games are often blowouts, right? So playing a tier 9, though, would not be my first choice if I was just booting up the game after a long day of work, right? I would choose to play tier 8, maybe tier 7, or go full tier 10 or even super ship tier, so I'm not a very weak ship into that top tier matchmaker. That would be my options. But today we chose Niord, and that is what you guys wanted to see last time. And I had a good time, okay? Don't get me wrong. I did have a good time overall. I just wish that tier 9s didn't face super ships, that's all. Comment down below whatever you want to see next time. Most upvoted is what I will be playing. Down below this video only. That's all I'm going to look at for next week's ship request. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.